I'm not exactly sure because I'm not in there. I do not know the answer to that.
How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. Okay. Yeah, let's get this going because otherwise I'm just gonna be forgetting. I got like notes and I got so much. Oh gosh. Aloha, everybody. It's January 30th. And it's day, sort of. Yeah, kind of. It's in the morning. For me, right now, recording this. January 30th, Thursday. Yeah, it didn't power rain last night, but we're expecting this ominous rain thing, which is just... He hides, but he's up there, the big storm. It's going to be a day and a half of rain. It was supposed to sort of start, but it already did start on Kauai, but it's going to be over here. I thought it was going to be pouring down rain. I put my little laptop stuff away and get away from the windows because my window's kind of permanently open. Jesus. So anyhow, yeah, we're going to have thunderstorms in the afternoon right now here on Oahu because it changes. I mean, the windward side and the leeward. Stay. Okay, let's get away from that. It hasn't gotten here yet, but it's gonna, and it's gonna be all floody. Yeah, it's hiding again. But aside from that, and a very busy yesterday, there's like a lot of stuff. I just got burnt out. I mean, are we going to do all this stuff?
It's here.
We got the Trump confirmations, and I guess I just put that one up there. I'm sorry for boring you with, the one about JFK Jr.
You cannot find a single Samoan who will say, I didn't get a vaccine because of Bobby Kennedy.
Let me share this, though, also about Samoa. When he, tells a lie about not being there to disrupt vaccinations, 40,000 Samoans that live in Hawaii, my community, did you go there and help? No, of course he didn't. He went there and he did what he described as a natural experiment to watch measles run over people. 5,000 people got sicker, 83 people died. I felt the warmth on a child that had just passed from her fever, but her heartbeat was gone. I mean, it's incredible that this gentleman is able to spin these tales and then still want to be Director of Health and Human Services. All right.
He's just a lunatic. I mean, in a sense of, you got want a qualified person in there. The guy's not even a doctor. And then, but... in the midst of all this, there was a plane crash and a helicopter in Washington, D.C., right over the Potomac.
She told me.
Washington rode across the Potomac River. And I was thinking, just don't say anything. It's a tragedy. There's a crash. There's 64 people on an airplane and 3 or 4 people on a Army Blackhawk helicopter on a training mission. And they crashed, and they're in the water, and it's at night over there, and they're fishing around, and it's probably no survivor stuff. So they're trying to be hopeful, and they're trying to have that go on. And then as that, I'm thinking, it's just a tragedy. Sorry that. But I wake up to Trump on the news already addressing that, and what the heck he is saying is that the crash wouldn't have happened.
I can't leave.
If it wasn't DEI policy stuff, because the FAA, because he starts blaming the FAA, he starts blaming the air traffic controllers. My dad was an air traffic controller his whole life, Yeah, it's very stressful. He goes, it's a very stressful job. I'm like, yeah, just stressful. You got my ear. And he's like, but now they're hiring a lot of psychotically fringe people, because DEI. So the the mentally wacky people are being hired for FAA. So, and he was going to dismantle it and rebuild this FAA
Rest in
thing
peace.
in the 2020, but he didn't. So he's like, I would if you had made me president 2020, I would have
Lady.
been fixing this. And he's
Fast.
what the hell? So, he put the big freeze, and then the courts and people got on his case, and then he quickly backtracked because he wants to be popular to the people, because that's where the money's at. He wants to get this money, but he also doesn't want to be unpopular to this, so, because it would ruin the Republicans in the midterm elections. So he puts on this spending freeze like an idiot, like shutting off the government by all the spending. Everything comes to a halt, like with all these programs and grants and all. He gets challenged on it, and he instantly reverses track. And then there was a temporary thing, and then they said they didn't resend it, so it got even confusing. But he backtracked because, oh shoot, I didn't know I stepped on everyone's toes at once. It's like,
I meant it.
But in the hiring, that freeze thing, in order to get things frozen, he's trying to say we want to get rid of DEI and etc., LGBTQ, all these different different groups. He's trying to get that out of the government as well as excess government. So once they weed that all out, and that's part of what his freezes are. So here he is after the tragedy, capitalizing on most likely everybody dying in this aircraft crash, and he's profiting on that tragedy and their deaths, and saying, if my policy was in place, this wouldn't have happened. So he's going to use it to leverage refreezing some of that stuff later. They're going to freeze, things for sure. It's not totally retracted. They're going to pick it apart and do it piecemeal, I'll bet. Oh crap! This is insanity. So he stripped General Milley, who was retired. He was the Joint Chiefs of Staff back in Trump's. He was anti-Trump. He stripped him of his star, his security detail, the freeze, he's gonna put all these deportees. He doesn't want to deport them to the countries because he's getting resistance, and he's saying he doesn't want them to come back from those countries because he don't trust the countries. So he's gonna put all the deportees in Guantanamo Bay. So effectively, he's created a concentration camp in Guantanamo Bay for deportees, which were immigrants turned illegal aliens. Now they are in Nazi Germany, it was the Jews and various other groups. Now it's the deportees. That's the bad people group, and he's concentrating them at Guantanamo Bay. So basically, we've gone full Adolf with some of his stuff, and then there's the Jesus Christ, RFK, the onesies. He's anti-vax. Anti-vax onesies? Patel wants to. That's the guy who wants to be. He's up next for the confirmations. Still want the big bug eyes. He's gonna be up next for confirmations, and he wants to get rid of the, what do they call it? Is fake news mafia. So the press corps, the fourth, whatever it is, fourth estate, the press, the free press, is the fake news, the news that they don't like, they're actually gonna use the FBI to get rid of them. Now, another full Adolf. So this is like going full Adolf. So, so, dang, man, I just go, okay, I just gotta say, we've become a country run by Bond and Batman villains. There's Bond and Batman villains. We got Mr. Freeze.
Stay.
We know who that is. How about Dr. No or Goldfinger? How about Two-Face, Joker, or Penguin? We got our nominees going on. Two-Face, we can go for RFK. I'm not anti-vax, I'm vax. Two-Face, Batman. Joker, we got Patel, because he wants to attack Arkham Asylum. Joker, Patel. Penguin, I was thinking, I don't know who Penguin is, but how about Bondi? Bondi, the one going for the DOJ. She's gonna run the DOJ? Yeah. The DOJ, which is now weaponized against people. They took out General Milley. So who's Goldfinger? I guess Musk, right? Because Musk controlled the whole world. Goldfinger. Bond villains are into the gotta take over the world, Goldfinger. And Dr. No, like we hedge set. Dr. We're run by Bond and Batman villains. So, with all that, there's Hawaii news, aside from this ring. Hawaii news. Hawaii's 4th graders show gains in math. COVID is still wreaking havoc on because they missed all that school. So now I can't do school no more. But Hawaii is showing good at math because that's the way it is. Yeah. Does 64 people and American airline. Apparently this is a regional flight, but they're talking about international people on that plane. So yeah, just watch what he says about that. It's unbelievable. Okay, sports. It's Wahine volleyball. No, basketball. Sorry, whatever. And volleyball and basketball. No, it's not even volleyball anymore. It's all basketball. Blah. Just a little relax. Gotta relax. Go back in the day. Relax. Remember 1988? That was a relaxing year. When you relax, you just take the tank out to the the swamp. The Kaneohe Marines pitch in with their amphibious vehicles to help clear vegetation blocking the drainage at Kawainui Marsh Wildlife Sanctuary. Here comes the weed whacker. Amphibious vehicles. They just want to do exercises. They say, I don't get the excuse to use this stuff here. We'll pitch it in, bro. Go for them. Let's see. Soldier, yeah. UK opens tunnels to tourists. Journalists showed the underground tunnels used in World War II as shelters during the Blitzkrieg in London. And they're going like, yeah, we're going to do some paint job, make sure the AC works. We're going to be using these again. We might be using these again. There it is. Trump announces 30,000 immigrants to Guantanamo Bay. Concentration camp. And then the tunnels for the Blitzkrieg. Good one. Yeah, I get a parallel there. Oh, how about back in... Oh, look. Look at cartoon. It's Godzilla. Trumpzilla.
So, Trumpzilla, when are you going to get around to lowering egg prices?
After he destroys everything, still eggs and groceries are up. That's good. Okay, and we have a little finger on the pulse, perhaps. I think it was this one we're going to look at. Schatz, that's our senator for Hawaii.
Schatz's objection to RFK Jr. is unfounded.
It is not surprising that U.S. Senator Brian Schatz is calling upon the Senate to refuse confirming Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as the lead overseer of our nation's health. What the senator fails to take into consideration, however, is that President Donald Trump's campaign on the promise of removing diversity, equity, and inclusion considerations in the hiring process. So, in order to prove he always means what he says, tells it like it is, and is a leader by example, Trump has only been appointing the most qualified people in our country to his cabinet to lead their respective agencies. What more could Senator Schatz or anyone else ask of him? Robert Griffin McKeekey. Well, gee, thank you, Robert Griffin, for writing a letter to the editor there. What more can anyone ask for? How about
I'm from here.
I'm from here. Reality. That's what it is. Reality. That's what he could ask for. Because these are not the most qualified people. And everything Trump says is not reality.
I'm following you.
Vis-a-vis, he lies out his pie hole considerably a lot. In big, he makes up stuff. He's gone, he's trying to be populist, but he just makes up stuff. You know, in his, that tragedy that he's trying to blame on DEI hire, he's trying to leverage DEI hire in the tragedy.
Shop.
He's trying to blame it on the FAA is hiring cuckoo people, because DEI makes them hire them, and that's why the plane crashed. And yeah, if it was me, it wouldn't have happened. But it happened because it was. This is a dang tragedy. These things do happen. It takes a long time to figure out exactly what happened with the black boxes and all that kind of stuff. But what more can you ask for? Trump to say the truth. Now he's gone, when he was doing that, almost like a big long explanation. He was up there blah, 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 going through the whole tragedy, the plane could have, and the helicopter could have stopped. And when he's doing that, right before he starts, he started off with let's have a moment of silence, and let's have ask God. So he's now making reference to God. They're not in our, those people are not, in our presence, but they're in the presence of God. We must ask God to take. So now he's getting all God savvy in his speeches. And he's also referenced to, this world needs a savior. This country needs a savior. It's not me. It's Jesus Christ. He's also done that in a different speech. But in this one, he went with God. So he's getting religion written into his speech.
Sarah.
And he has.
Are you okay?
He has the speech writers. Maybe he does it AI style. Speech writers, and he's reading off the speech. So he's including it in his speech because that's what the people want. And so he's giving them what they want. So it's really creepy that he doesn't believe. I don't believe him. He's probably just an atheist. I don't give a crap atheist like that. Not like all atheists, but he's like one of this. No, he didn't put his hand on the Bible when he was sworn in. He has a Trump Bible. He held another Bible, the photo op that was upside down. He was never in church. He's not a believer. But he's got this written in his speeches now, so he's catering to the audience with that in his speeches. And gotta admit, it's a new tack because now he's reading some pre-written speech context instead of just ad-libbing it off the land. Even ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country, JFK. He didn't write that. He read it in his speech, and he spoke it in his speech, but it was speechwriter. Ask not what
Why are you here?
So he's actually taking the tack of reading something that was written. But what more can I ask for? Reality, not lies. Because this is totally lies. These guys are not, they're not qualified at all. So with that, have a nice aloha. I gotta watch out for the storm. Okay, bye now. Aloha. Oh, I'm gonna get fed. Oh, shoot. Oh, look. Oh, it's so dark. Oh, there's the clouds. Oh, there's gonna be thunderstorms. Oh, watch out, thunderstorms. Yeah.